Thought experiment. How long does it take to fight a baleful bigotry before it disappears completely from American life? I apologize for continuing to quote from the excellent book, The Strange Career of Jim Crow by C. Van Woodward. But hey, if it was good enough for Martin Luther King, it's certainly good enough for me. See, Woodward argues in this book that right after the Civil War, there were many incidents in which blacks and whites intermingled without any problem. Which is not to suggest that the post-bellum epoch was a golden age. Nah, back then, just like right now, the loudest motherfuckers with the megaphones, they were the ones for steering how people thought about racial equality. Racist demagogues were unfortunately quite loud. So in about 3 or 4 decades, you go from the Civil War to Jim Crow laws on the books. And when you have bad laws on the books, to go back to Martin Luther King, you have a duty to protest unjust law. Now that's 3 or 4 decades for a toxic idea to catch on with the common weal. That's before the invention of television, radio, the internet, social media. And I think we can safely say that it's no longer 3 or 4 decades for something terrible to catch on, or for something positive to happen, like, oh, say, gay marriage rights. That was about 10 years, right? 10 years of valiantly telling the homophobes to go fuck themselves. So what is the time span now with the Republicans controlling all 3 branches? 5 years? 3? And let's face the facts, the alt-right demagogues and even the DNC grifters are extremely fucking loud. So I think we have a duty to be just as loud in denouncing vile bigotry, in denouncing sexism, racism, transphobia, homophobia, income inequality, all that shit. Because if we don't, something gets on the books and we have the equivalent to Jim Crow in the 21st century, and who the fuck wants that?